Who's the best shooting guard? Kobe or D Wade? Well, we all know the answer, but who has a better shoe? What's up guys, Vinny here with Sneaker Tweaker and welcome back to Mamba Mondays. Today we have a very special Mamba Mondays video. It's the first Mamba Mondays versus video, and it's one that's been requested by a lot of people, which is the Nike Kobe 6 versus the Wave Weight 10. Now, going forward with Mamba Mondays, we'll do more versus videos as well, not just single performance reviews. And on top of that, we'll not only have certain Kobe shoes go up against each other, but we'll have them go up against some of my favorite performers of all time, or some of my favorite shoes of this year. This time around, like I said, we have the Wave Weight 10, and both of these shoes are two of some of my favorite shoes of all time, and these two probably rank in the top 10 for me. Now, I would have done, the plan was originally to do another performance review video on another Kobe model that I have, but unfortunately, a few days prior to, not a few days, the day before filming this video, I actually broke my toe, and it's gonna take me a little bit to recover. Hopefully I should be able to get back on the court within a few days or within a week. I know it's not going to be fully healed, but the pain and swelling should go away. Anyway, enough of my injuries. We have our performance review to get to, or versus video, and as always, let's start it off with the traction. Now, both shoes have a multi-directional traction pattern. The Kobe 6 has this snake skin, or I guess snake scale traction pattern, which is the same one that's on pretty much all the models, just different types of rubber. And then this colorway, this is the all-star colorway, and it's a translucent rubber outsole. Honestly, the more you play in this shoe, the better it gets. This colorway in particular, I actually haven't taken onto the court yet. The one behind me, the Grinches, that's the one I've hooped in, but this is going to hit the court soon as well, just because I miss playing in Kobe 6s. As I said, this traction is pretty damn elite. I mean, it bites through dust. It is able to play on clean courts and just really rickety courts and whatnot. And I played in these shoes when Lifetime's courts were total crap. Now they've redone the floors and it works amazingly. I mean, stop on a dime, dust is easy to wipe off, whatever it does collect. And honestly, most times I honestly don't notice that there is dust on the shoes. But whenever I, remember, I do a quick wipe and I get back to it. And for those of you who like a shoe that has feedback and has squeak, these definitely have that as well. Not as loud as these, but they have them. Now, onto the Wave Weight 10. This is also a multi-directional traction pattern. And as I said, the squeak on this one is louder than the Kobe 6. On top of that, the traction on this, I would say, is probably slightly better than the Kobe 6, and if not a decent amount better, especially right off the bat. This colorway in particular, this is a mint colorway, and this is a solid rubber outsole. And this one is a radial / herringbone traction pattern in the forefoot. And then from, I guess, the midfoot down, you have a radial traction pattern, all multi-directional, and it honestly works so damn good that sometimes you plant your feet and then, I mean, you honestly thought my foot was just going to stay planted and the rest of my body was going to go, especially on those really quick stopping on a dime and whatnot, running down the court. This thing is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love the traction and the performance on the Wave Weight 10. Same with the Kobe 6, but this one is, I'm going to say, slightly better. Dust, again, for this wasn't really an issue. Whatever dust does collect, it's super easy to wipe off. Now, I will say that this one, the grooves are a lot closer together. It's more tight knit, so if dust does clog up, and I mean, if you're playing on a super dusty court, that might be an issue. But with this, you have more open areas, so shouldn't be an issue at all. Traction, I'm going to give it to the Wave Weight 10s. Super amazing shoe, one of my favorite performers of all time, and one of my go-tos in the last 2 years, especially. It released in 2022, and it's still one of my go-to shoes. This is also, and mind you, like, this shoe is a lot older than this is a Protro model, give you that, but again, both of them absolutely amazing. Still super close, but I'm going to give the slight edge to the Wave Weight 10. Now, as for the cushion, both of these are honestly great cushion setups. The Kobe 6 Protro features a 4-foot Zoom turbo unit and a Cushlon midsole. The heels got really nice compression, and then you do have a nice bounce, quick bounce in the forefoot, whereas the Wave Weight 10 features a full length boom midsole. Now, if this didn't have zoom in it, I would most likely give it to the Wave Weight 10s. If you like a super bouncy shoe, the Wave Weight 10 is going to be nice and bouncy. But for me, I like a decent amount of cushion, but I also like just more, I guess this for me is a little bit more lower to the ground than this, but this one is still, you still get great core feel in both of them. And this is me more nitpicking between the two, just because both of these, in my eyes, are nearly perfect, because again, these are some of my favorite all-time shoes to hoop in. I'm going to give the slight edge to the Kobe 6 Protro, and that's again because for me, zoom, nothing beats zoom. And with this having 4-foot zoom turbo, that's a great setup. And then the cushion in the heel has really nice compression, so I really like this. This one, you can't go wrong either. This is one of my favorite cushioning setups of all time as well, and I said it in other videos and I'll say it now: if it's not zoom, it should be boom, and I'm going to stick by that always. As for the fit, both of these shoes I would say fit true to size, especially if you have a normal or a narrow foot, but with the caveat of this one might take a little bit longer to break in than the Kobe 6s. This one's pretty snug, and it did take me a few games or 1 or 2 basketball sessions to break in, but after that it's super amazing. Kobe 6, again, still snug a little bit, but once you played it enough, it's good to go. On top of that, this has their moldable insole, and it's kind of, let me see if I could actually take it out and show you guys. Nah, it seems like it's actually glued on there and stuck. So again, it is their moldable insole, and it actually molds to your feet. The more you play in it, the more it's going to mold to your feet, and honestly, that's just super awesome. So if you guys are wanting to get a shoe that has insoles that mold to your feet, this is great. Both of them fit true to size, but I will say if you are wanting to, I guess, not take as much time to break it in, the Kobe 6 is going to be a little bit better. However, I mean, in all reality, I would say this is pretty tied up. Now, for the support and the materials, both shoes, honestly, the materials and everything on them work super well for what it's meant to do. This is a thin knit mesh upper, whereas this one is a mesh upper, and it's got the snake scales on here. It's not just for design, but it's also meant to protect the upper on the shoe. And it's, I guess I would say, textile upper. And overall, that's going to not just look nice and not be supportive just with all this reinforcement, but you're going to get protection, especially if you're doing toe drags, someone steps on your feet or anything like that. That's going to help protect this upper. This one is also super nice, breathable and supportive, and you do have a bunch of reinforcements on both shoes going around the lateral side and the medial side. And then on the Kobe 6 Protro, you also have this super nice, I guess pretty good heel counter. It's a plastic heel counter, and it's pretty sturdy. So again, like the shoes are super supportive and super low profile. I would say, you know, honestly, for guard positions and whatnot, which is what most people hooping in these would be, they're going to be more than satisfied. I mean, I would say the Wave Weight 10 is probably more of a 1 to 5 position. Kobe 6, nowadays I could also say 1 to 5, just because you see a lot of big men wearing this. Particularly AD wore a lot of Kobe's prior to now wearing LeBron 20s, LeBron 21s, which essentially are Kobe's. They're just with the LeBron branding now, and LeBron's kind of moved his line towards that direction. Again, both of these are super supportive, and the biggest thing I would say I really like as far as the support features on both is the Kobe 6 Protro has the carbon fiber midfoot shank plate, and then the Wave Weight 10 has a carbon fiber shank plate, which isn't just midfoot, it goes more pretty much full length. It's about 3/4 length from here on down, and that is just super amazing as far as torsional rigidity and then just overall energy return, particularly in this. If I absolutely, I mean, had to, I would say this one is going to be a little bit better just because the shank plate goes almost full length. But again, for my play style and everything, this did everything I needed to do as well. See, like this isn't twisting or going anywhere. Super nice setup. As for the weight, the Kobe 6 Protro in a size 9 comes in at 12 ounces, and the Wave Weight 10 in a size 9 comes in at 12.5 ounces. So nearly identical in weight as well. And on top of that, if you guys really want to, you can also get the low version of this, which might cut down that 0.5 ounces, and they pretty much be the same weight. Now, if you want the Wave Weight 10, by all means go for that. Or if you want the Kobe 6 Protro, again, go with that. Both of these shoes are super nice. They're great performers. The Kobe 6 is just going to be a lot more expensive, especially on the retail market. However, the Wave Weight 10 is more available. And both of these, because of the price point, I wouldn't say they're the best shoes to take outdoors, because the rubber compound used on the outsoles isn't going to be the most durable. They're more pliable rubber. However, if you did want to take one outdoors, I would say the Waveway 10, and that's because Chinese brands generally tend to use more durable rubber outsoles. Again, I would say as far as an overall winner, I'm gonna have to tie it up just because it's a little hard for me to go one way or the other. They're both amazing, amazing performers, and both of them have something different that makes them special. Especially if you're more of, I guess, a guard or just a wing player. Most people are wing or perimeter players, and they even big men hoop in Kobe. So do with that as you will. If you guys are wanting, I guess I would say more of a bouncy cushion setup and just more of a supportive shoe, I would say take the Waveway 10. But if you're wanting a Kobe because it's a Kobe, and I mean the Kobe 6 Protro in general performs super well, it's an all-around great shoe, go with this. Now, a lot of people also ask us where we get our basketball socks from. The answer is from Amazon. They come in a pack of 3 that costs just as much as one pair of Nike Elite socks. The ones we have are these 2 muted colors, which the white one and the black one, and they are quarter length. So if you guys like quarter length, they have them available in that, but they also have them in the high top version. Like I said, they come in a pack of 3 that costs just as much as the Nike Elites, and these are pretty much the same thing, but without the Nike branding. They're cushioned, they're ventilated, and they're amazing socks, and they last a long time. If you guys do want a pair, hit the link in our description down below and go grab yourselves a pack. Not a pair, grab yourselves a pack. Again, if I absolutely had to, without any sentimental attachment, I would give the slight edge to the Waveway 10. I know, blasphemous, especially Kobe being my favorite player of all time, but it is what it is. As far as the tech and the support in the Waveway 10, I would say it is slightly better. If you guys have played in the Waveway 10 or the Kobe 6 Protro, let us know your experience down below. If there are any other shoes you guys would like us to review or just have go toe-to-toe, again, comment down below. For more content like this, please like, subscribe, and follow. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.